And the bell just rang. This is for the tag team championships. War Raiders versus Judgment Day. Finn Balor and JD McDonagh. This is the main event of Raw. I think Judgment Day has held those tag titles long enough. And I don't think it's really adding to their group. I mean, their group is all over the program. And this Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley versus Judgment Day stuff has been going on all year. I don't really know what they're doing with the tag titles other than it makes them seem more important because nobody else has championships in that group except for Liv Morgan. And we all know Liv Morgan's going to lose that title to Rhea Ripley at some point. War Raiders in control right now. Now they're going to a commercial break. Now they're back. Yeah, the War Raiders, they've been through a lot. One of them was out for a while, and then Ivar had a singles run that everybody was impressed with. But here they are, competing for the tag titles. The one problem with all this is that Finn Balor is always being made to look like such a jobber in everything. I mean, this guy was the first Universal Champion, but you wouldn't think that compared to how they treat him these days. I mean, he's never treated like a main eventer. I mean, yes, he competes for the world title, but nobody actually believes he's going to win. I really wonder if Finn will ever win that world title one day. Again, Finn Balor has Ivar on the ropes. A referee trying to admonish him to stop choking him on the ropes. The funniest part of this is Finn Balor and JD McDonagh are so much smaller than the War Raiders. It looks like men playing with children. I mean, I don't even want to insult them. That's just what it looks like. I'm thinking the Judgment Day will break up in 2025 because once Liv Morgan loses that title, it's just a bunch of random mid-carders. All right, JD McDonagh in. Finn and JD are going to double team Ivar. That didn't work. Ivar just, oh my God, he just did a springboard double back elbow. See, that's the thing about Ivar. He is so agile for somebody his size. It's so funny because, you know, regular people who are so much skinnier than him, so much, it's just, like, they could never do the things that he's doing. He's so much more athletic than your average person. The average person has no excuses. If Ivar can do a springboard double back elbow, you can too, or you should be able to. Eric gave a Uranagi to Finn Balor. Finn Balor rolls out of the ring. JD is the legal man for Judgment Day. Gets knocked down. Yeah, Judgment Day are being made to look like such jobbers right now. This version of the Judgment Day is the least threatening group ever. You know, the Judgment Day used to be a serious group. Now it's just a bunch of jokers. Finn and JD are double teaming Eric. I like the double teaming here that they're sticking to because that's the only way that makes this believable. These guys are so much smaller than the War Raiders that they're going to have to double team them a lot. So I appreciate the dedication to reality. They just threw Eric into the steel steps. Going to a commercial break now. They're back. Springboard moonsault by JD McDonagh on Eric. Eric kicks out. See, at least the match makes sense so far. I mean, really, any offense that JD and Finn get is usually coming out of some cheating they did or some double teaming they did. Ivar is pacing on the ring apron. He can't wait to get in and get the hot tag. JD tried to drop an elbow on Eric. Eric moved out of the way. Now Ivar, he can't wait to get back in the ring. He's doing that thing that Undertaker used to do, which is pacing back and forth on the ring apron. All right, Ivar in the ring, gets the hot tag, knocks down Finn Balor, who's now the legal man. It's true. Ivar does move like he's 100 pounds lighter than he actually is. Maybe 200 pounds lighter than he actually is. It makes it look easy. Obviously, it isn't easy, though. Moving that much mass around the way he's doing. Ivar standing tall over Finn and JD. JD just tried to get involved. He got kicked in the head for his troubles. Finn sitting in the corner. Oh, that was sort of a Bronco buster by Ivar. Ivar now climbing to the top turnbuckle. Uh-oh. Finn. Oh. Finn knocks him off and Ivar lands on the top turnbuckle. Spread eagle. JD McDonagh looking for a superplex on Ivar off the top. And Ivar is reversing it. Looks like he's going for, looks like a world's strongest slam off the top rope. And JD kicks out after a cover by Ivar. Eric now in. Eric goes for the cover on JD. 1, 2, and Finn breaks the pin up. See, again, I do applaud the fact that they're sticking to reality here because they just did like a double team power slam onto JD. There's no way he should kick out of that unless Finn breaks up the pin count. And that's what Finn did. Yes, see, the reality I appreciate because I just recently saw a clip of Mercedes Moné and Chris Statlander's match at the recent AEW pay-per-view, and Mercedes Moné gave Chris Statlander the 3 amigos, 3 vertical suplexes in a row. If you're not aware, Mercedes Moné is much smaller than Chris Statlander, and it just doesn't make sense that she would be able to pull that off 3 times in a row on her. See, that doesn't make sense. But they would never do something like that in this match, because these guys, they know what they're doing, and they stick to reality. AEW is in fantasy land. Finn Balor hits a sling blade on Eric. Drop kick to Eric. Tags in JD McDonagh. Tags himself back in. Moonsault by JD McDonagh. And coup de grace on Eric. That looks like a finish. But Ivar breaks up the cover. That was a good false finish because that could have been the finish. Okay, Finn is telling JD to go get a steel chair. JD, looking under the ring, he's got a steel chair. The referee is trying to take the chair away from JD, and he's distracted. Finn goes for a chair near the timekeeper's area, and Damian Priest, who was hiding there all this time apparently because he had a pair of headphones on, takes the chair away from Finn. Finn rolls back in the ring, no weapon in hand. Eric and Ivar just hit the War Machine finish, and they just got a 3 count on Finn. JD just missed breaking up that pin. That was a decent match. That was exactly what that match should have been, which is Finn and JD looking like much smaller men, trying anything they could to gain an advantage to defeat the War Raiders, but they just couldn't get it done. They had to resort to weapons, or they tried to resort to weapons, but because of the referee and Damian Priest, that didn't work out. Pyro going off. So there are your new tag team champions, the War Raiders, and that's the way it should be. Thank you for watching.